Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Brave Briefings, a place where everyday people can come and share their stories or their tips and suggestions on how we can make this world a safer place, a world devoid of sexual and gender-based violence, of domestic violence and incest. What can we do to make this world a better place? So I talk about being brave, and brave is about having boundaries, respect and agreement and values and equality. And if we honor those qualities, we can create a safer world for all. Hi, I am Lois, your friend for forgiveness from Walking Without Skin. And today I have with me Abram Bosman. Hi, Abram.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you so much for being here. So, Abram, would you like to just introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay. My name is Abram Bosman. I'm actually a program director and a chairperson of a program called Save the Boy Child. Well, what we actually do on this program, we're trying to give the right person medicine, because the sick person is the male one, which is the boy. So we've been trying to actually empower a woman, but forgetting about the boy child, who is actually the one who needs more medicine or more attention, because he's the sick one. Because all these things which are being committed around our community, around our country, beloved country, South Africa, are committed by boy child. So we decided, no, let's actually zoom into this boy child and see what is actually happening that is affecting the boy child to actually grow up not respecting women. They grow up, it's because maybe they don't have a father figure, or they don't understand what is happening around them, or do they actually know what is happening around? Because it seems as if they just do. Maybe they've taken, we won't know if they've taken the Nike slogan and say, just do it. Or is it because somebody is not noticing them? Or is it somebody doesn't actually involve them in things they want to actually do on earth?
That is such an important program, and I just say well done and thank you for providing such a resource for our young men. So what we will do is we'll put your contact detail underneath this video, and please guys, go out and support this fantastic movement, Save the Boy Child. If we can get it right from that young age, we can definitely make a difference in the world. So let's go and support Abram's movement. It really is incredibly necessary in this world today. So, Abram, can you tell us what we can do, one or two tips that we can do to help our boys become better men?
You see, one thing that we have noticed is that with our world is actually cruel to a person who doesn't have skills. So a boy child, if he grows up without any skill, not being able to actually fend for himself, so he'll have a problem and become insecure when he see his woman, the women becoming empowered and becoming developing in front of him. So he becomes so frustrated in a way because of the ever-changing atmosphere, ever-changing culture. So he decides, I'm going to suppress these women. He suppressed the women, he suppressed the child. Because why? He doesn't want anyone to develop, because he can't do, they are not asking anything from him. They do things on their own. So we need to sit down with the boy child and say, okay, start by loving yourself. respect yourself. Think about what you can do for yourself first. Because we teach the boy that you can't say to the next person you love the next person while you do not love yourself. What are you actually sharing? Because we're saying, if you are a boy child and you love yourself, then when you go to the next person, you'll be sharing what you have. And that would make you a better person, because you will never want to destroy the person, but you won't compete, but you will complement. Relationship with other people should be important, because it all starts with how he relates, how a boy child should relate. And because if he's been groomed up to be good in relationships, then he would be a better person. Because that's why we also have some programs like adopt an elder. When he adopts an elder, he goes and checks on the elder. He checks what she wants. On pension dates, he goes there and say, okay, he comes back to us. The elder needs a wheelchair. We organize a wheelchair. He takes the elder there. And then he takes care. You always check on the elder. He must actually know what people want, and he must be in a position to say, to have relationship with elderly people who will actually guide him, and he will never give him away to distraction.
Oh, you've covered so much already. What I really enjoy is the fact that we as women, we talk about self-love a lot, and men don't do that. And I think that is such a powerful technique. If we can teach our boys to love themselves and not to be overwhelmed by the fact that women are now empowered, to accept that they are empowered and to empower themselves by getting those skills that will give them a place in the world. Well, and then the aspect of compassion and respect for other people and the relationships with the elderly. I think, again, if we can teach those values, we are 100% ready to have brave men.
Yes, definitely, Louise.
Well, so Abram, have you any other tips that you can share?
Yeah, what we normally do, we get them to be busy, because a man is not supposed to loiter. When I speak about loitering, I speak about one thing that happened to me. What happened, I was 7 years old, I was going to school. There was this old man who was loitering there. It was an older man to me, but he was still young, and who decided to rape me at an age of 7. And what happened is, when I grew up then, I grew up with anger, because he actually took something from me. I lost my self-esteem because I couldn't identify myself with the ordeal. Well, what actually happened? I couldn't tell anyone. I started becoming better 43 years later. That's when I started recovery. So these things take time when they happen. They happen to you, and then they take time to heal, because at times there is no guidance. That's why we're creating platforms like this one. It should be actually platform for boys and men, where they also come and get assistance, because by them concealing their feelings and the pain that they might have experienced while they were young, then it becomes difficult for them to live with other people of different may I say sex or gender, because they want to sit around. You can see that. That's why we say with them, with boys, we are creating a gangster of doing good, because men like to be like a gangster. They you see them in a tavern, they sit around alone, they don't want to be around women because they want to speak their own things. So if we create platforms like this, to be in a position to speak, you know what we do? We play a clip. Take for instance, we play that clip, just a little clip of somebody saying something about his ordeal or whatever, or it might be a woman or that, and then we open up to them and say, let's discuss this. What are we actually saying about this as boys? Well, do we actually live in a society like this one? Then the boys would dissect the topic. Would actually, after watching that clip, they would talk about it, and you would even think these boys have so much information, but it's just that nobody's listening to them. So we need to listen to our boys. We need to listen to our men and find out what is it that they are actually thinking. Because we tell them what's wrong, but we do not tell them what's right.
Sure.
That's
powerful as well. You know, first of all, thank you for your vulnerability in sharing your story, which is so important. If people have the voice, they share their voice. And, you know, women have started speaking up now, but yes, the statistics say that just as many men are hurt sexually as women. And so men need to speak up. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, it happened to you. It wasn't your choice. And so thank you for driving that initiative to get people to speak up and share their voice, share their story, and know that the healing is there. It's not always easy, but there's support. There's groups, there's people, there's therapists. There are so many people who can support you through that healing process. And don't wait the 40-odd years that I've waited. I'm sure you can heal a lot quicker. If you speak up and you seek help, you can heal
definitely.
so much quicker. So, wow, thank you. And yes, I love the gangsters. Let's create a positive, brave gangster group rather than
definitely.
I think that's fabulous. Sure, Abram, I so value what you and your team are doing, and really I plead with the viewers out there, let's reach out and let's support this program. It's what I've been looking for since I started my Be Brave movement. This is exactly what I'm looking for. The place where people can learn how to be brave, how they can be better, stronger, non-toxic human beings. And it applies to boys and girls. And here's one fabulous resource. So let's go out and support this. Any last words, Abram?
Oh, yes. I would appreciate if ever there are more people thinking about these things, and more people, because these things is so big. The world is so big, and it has problems. And the only way, that's why I normally say, you can turn your pain into your paycheck. So even if you have actually met some pain, that pain could actually be a way forward to have a way of seeing things in a different way, and start actually being a person who assist people, because it's special. Whatever happened to you, it's a very special thing. It might not be a good thing, but it's a special thing. So whatever is special, it's special because we're supposed to fix something. Can we all rally around and fix something? Wake up in the morning and think about what is it that I'm going to do that is going to make the next person smile today. Just think about that and say, hey, who can I make smile today? Every day you can make somebody smile. You don't have to have money. You just have to say something nice. Or be a nice person. Help somebody carry his bag. That's all. That's all.
Fabulous. I am so grateful that I have met you, Abram. I think you're doing marvelous work. So
Yes.
everybody, thank you so much for watching. And as I say, please do go and support Abram's movement. And I invite you all to be strong, to be brave, to be bold, and to fly free. So thank you very much for joining us today. And,
Okay, thank you.
And do join us for another edition of Brave Briefings. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll definitely be happy to
Thank
do
you,
that.
Abram. You're a
Okay,
superstar.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure, Louis. Bye.
Bye.